Hello everyone, it's a beautiful morning out. I'm here at the main farm at Rockville. I'm about to hop in the 4640. We are going back to the upper farm today. Hopefully we can finish the second half. Travis left in the truck, he's on his way up. He's gonna start shelling. I'm gonna take the 46 back. We're gonna fill up the carts. Since this is one of Travis's farms that we're trying to finish, and this is the furthest most farm away, we are going to be loading into semis, and then they're going to be hauling the grain down to the grain elevator in Dubuque. So I'm going to take Rocket with me, but we're going to get rolling. It's a beautiful morning out. We just got the 4640 and the Easy Trail grain cart filled. We're working on filling the 82 and the Brent grain cart. So I got to hop up and I have to lock down the arm on the Easy Trail grain cart. I'll show you once I get the bolt what I have to do. Ooh, that's hard on the knees. All right, so now I'm standing up on the grain cart. I got a load full of corn here, waiting for the semi. I'm gonna have to walk over and get the 82 once I lock this up. But I'm standing next to the auger. I have it extended. Now what I have to do is I have an 11/16 bolt that I have to stick through where the auger meets the bottom section. So you can see there's that hole there. So the problem with this grain cart, and probably one of the bigger reasons that I want to replace it with something bigger and better and newer, is that when you extend this auger, it doesn't have enough pressure to hold it shut. So what happens, especially with soybeans, not so bad with corn, but we are locking it up just to be safe with the corn, because then we have to get in there and dig it all out. But what happens is when you push this, when you lock this up, there is still a gap in here. Corn starts to leak out and it starts to push it open as you're unloading. And then what happens is all of a sudden there's this loud bang and this auger stops. And then, well, you have to unplug it, which is a pretty painful and tedious process to do. And that's probably one of the bigger reasons that I'm sure most of us would love to trade this thing off someday. It was nice when we first got it. It made us realize how much we need to start using more grain carts, but it's just not good for, well, you have to get out and do this. So why that actually happens, I think, not only because their whole setup for locking it up is kind of flimsy. We've had to do some patchwork on this in the past, but also the auger is straight up. You'll notice on the Brent that the auger actually folds up and it comes back down, so that pressure, the hinge is on the upper side, and then where it comes down is where all the weight of the auger is coming down onto. And then that way it kind of does a better job at locking it together, and then we don't have any problems with the upper auger slipping. So I'm gonna stick this through there and lock it up. The really doesn't need to be that tight at all. It just has to lock it where it's at, so in that way it can't get pushed open. When you do this, all it really needs to do is just be finger tight. I don't really need to tighten it down too much. What we actually have the 11/16 socket and wrench for is because after you do unload, it does have a tendency to push apart and stay there. So that bolt right now is finger tight. By the time we unload with this, it will be so tight that you have to have the ratchet to get it off. So I'm gonna climb down now and I'm gonna start walking over to the 82. Hopefully Travis can get it loaded right before the semi comes. We got to do all this over here yet, and also across the road. hopefully we can get done with this farm today. Well, we really didn't have to wait long. Travis just pulled over here. Now Travis is going to start unloading. I'm probably going to hop into 46 and unload that first because it's a little bit more tedious trying to unload with the 46 because the auger doesn't reach as high as this one does. So I have more mobility with the 82 and I can move around a lot faster. That way I can just dump that one and hop into this tractor. So he's gonna back in here and then Travis is gonna keep going. Hopefully we can keep getting trucks about like we have gotten for this first one. So we got quite a ways to go. This makes 3 loads that we've taken out so far. Travis is unloading the 46 into the truck now. Unfortunately, we probably won't be able to get a truck again until Monday. So this should be about it for tonight. Travis might fill up my cart, and my cart said full, not totally sure. But being as it is the weekend, and I won't be here tomorrow because I'm going down to Dyersville. So the last semi is leaving now. We're gonna finish what's left on this side of the road, and then we're gonna call it quits. Since it is the weekend and I won't be here tomorrow because I'll have that show, and it's supposed to rain, which works out pretty good. We're just gonna leave the stuff here until Monday, and then we can pick up where we left off. What we have across the road shouldn't take more than 3 hours. So Travis is running down there, and then we gotta move all the stuff back to where it needs to be for the night, and we're gonna call her good. All right, Rocket, there you go.